alone. Yes. No,
So she's alone with the kid.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know.
The child is just 2 or maybe 3 years old, and all the problems started.
Divorces this time, especially the transit they fight.
I think that okay, the family system, they can't glue it anymore together.
Why not? Why not?
Fine, because people have tried for 30 years, 20 years in a family. So everybody's not successful. Why not?
You can glue it if you want.
I needed my mom and I needed my dad to be the person that I'm now, because they had different things to teach me. And so it's really, really important that a kid has both parents. I think that's the most important thing. Some of my friends, they are currently divorcing, so they were married and they separate now and they have kids. And that's the most horrible thing, I guess, that you can do when you have a child in your life. Because from that moment on, your child will develop differently than it would have been developed when the parents would have been together. And especially when the child now has to grow up without one of the parents, so without the father or without the mother, it will not be the same. And when I see a situation like this, it breaks my heart. So people, you really have to think about what you do. So before you make kids, pay attention if your partner is the right one, because you will not only break your relationship or your marriage, but you will break this kid. And I know for some people they will say, I'm strong enough, I can take the female and the male part and I will have a good education for my kid, whatever. That's true, okay, I believe you. But trust me, if this kid grows up with only one parent, it will be different. And he will struggle more, he has more challenges in his life. So don't do that. Don't do that. Think about what you do. The older I get, the more I realize how much impact the education of my parents had on myself. So they made me actually to the person that I'm now. So important how you actually raise your kids, what you show them, what you teach them, what you do together with them, because everything that you will show them, they will absorb somehow, and it will be in their head somehow. There were some things that my mom was showing me, and there were some things that my dad was showing me. So my mother, she was for sure the female part in my life, and so she did all the female things. So for example, she showed me how to cook. She showed me how to clean a house. She showed me how to talk or how to communicate with children. She showed me how to love animals, because she was the one who brought a dog into my life. She showed me how to dress. She showed me how to do makeup. She did all those things in a really open way, so it was never, like I have to do this and that. So I never was forced to cook with her or something like this, but she just did it and I observed it, and by observing her, she was teaching me to find solutions for problems. So you don't need to know everything, but you will manage to do it somehow. So she is the one who made me mentally very strong, I think.
Inside your heart, I say you no go see, you no go feel, you no go hear, you no go touch, you no go see. Jesus.
So for example, I know very well I was struggling with making injera. This is just an example. And the problem was that I didn't know any habesha woman or girl who could tell me about it. So there were only boys around me.
Ataggel gegan gebrallena. Manche, wie machen ein Mini-Keller, wo wir immer noch nicht wissen, weißt?
So I know some basic things, how injera is working, and so I tried to do it, but it was not actually the thing that I wanted to have. And so I was showing my injera to my German mother, okay? And my German mother, she has no idea about it. She has no idea what injera is about. So I just showed her pictures and I told her it should look like this and that. And she was looking at it, and then she was looking at the things that I prepared, and then she said, "Oh girl, I think the mistake that you made was you added too much water," stuff like this. Okay, and so actually she was the one who helped me to make things possible, even though she had no idea about it. And that's the thing I adore most about my mom, because she is so intelligent in life. So it's not about math, it's not about English, it's not about language, it's not about whatever. She is just intelligent about life. I don't know how to explain it, but whoa, I love her. And my father, on the other hand, he was focused on my education. So for him it was really important that I will have a good profession one day, and that I can take care of myself, of my own, and that I don't depend on anyone. So for him it was really important that I go to school, that I go to university, that I have the best profession that you can have actually in Germany. He was always looking that it works. So when I had problems, he was actually my teacher. So I came back from school and I told my dad, "Hey, the teacher, I don't know what he said, but I understood nothing." And then he was the one who explained me. So he was really, like my second teacher. So he explained me the things that I didn't understand in school. And that was really, really good for my future. And that's why it made it possible to be in the situation that I'm now. At university, ተማሂሬ ብናይ ሕክምናን ምርምርን ወዴ
These dialysis patients, it's a life or death situation.
Here, thank God, we do dialysis for 4 hours.
These machines, because of the continuous work.
It also teach me how to do finances and how to behave with money, you know. I always compare myself with my friends, and they are friends. Once they have money, they just throw it out of the window. They buy bullshit for nothing, and he taught me how to behave with money, how to save it, on what to spend it, stuff like this. And he also taught me things like typical boy stuff. So for example, I was the one who was in the garage with him repairing cars, repairing motorcycles, motorbikes, whatever.
Und?
And it was really fun for me, and when I was younger I didn't realize how important it is. So I was at school and only the boys were riding motorbikes, and sometimes they had problems, and finally I helped them to repair their motorbike, And some of them, they were so amazed because I was the only girl at school who is doing that shit. And for me, it was just normal. Nowadays, this is of so much value because I don't depend on a man, I would say, in case of that, because I can do my shit by myself. And the same is for my brother. So my brother, I think he has the same education, the same lifestyle, the same grown up as me. And he knows the same things, the female parts and also the male parts. So also he knows now how to cook because he was observing my mother. So actually, I think this is really important. Also, even there is a, the woman's job is this and that, and the boy's job is that and that. I think nowadays it's really important that you are able to do both. So I know men here in Germany, and they don't know how to cook. They have no idea. So when they don't have a wife, they have to eat outside all the time. They have to go to restaurants, stuff like this. They have to spend a lot of money because they can't do things by their own. And this is a little bit sad, I think. So, but my brother, he is different. My brother, he knows how to cook. And he is also doing the household with his wife. So he has a wife, okay? But they do the things together, and I think that's the thing that his wife loves most about my brother, because my brother, he is not that like, oh, you are the wife, you have to do this and that. But no, they do it together, and I think that's what I like about my brother, that's what his wife likes about my brother, and that's what my parents prepared us for. So we know our rules. I know I'm the woman, I do this and that like my mom, but I'm also able to do the male things, and that's one of the best things you can have in your life, I guess. So the final message of this video is they had different things to teach me, and so it's really, really important that a kid has both parents.
I wanna say thanks to you for all the wonderful things you do. Wanna say thank you. Lord, I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say.
Think that okay, the family system, they can't glue it anymore together. As people have tried for 30 years, 20 years in a family, everybody is not successful.
But I'll be your husband. I'll be your wife. Baby, let me love you forevermore.